Hello, it's Dr. Rhonda Johnson, and today is Monday, September 21st, 2020. And today I'm going to be talking about airborne transmission of COVID-19. But I would like to start off by doing something I've never done before, which is read someone's excerpts from their Facebook post. Now, again, this is not mine, and I'm not telling you whose it is. But this person shares their experience with COVID-19, and I thought it was worth sharing. So here we go. Again, this is not my story. To my personal friends and Facebook family, I have finally decided to share that I am COVID-19 positive. COVID-19 is nothing like the flu or a cold. I've been sick for over a week now. My symptoms range from fluid in my lungs, extreme coughing, difficulty breathing, losing my breath with any activity, terrible pressure on my chest like someone is sitting on it, chills, aches, and muscle pain. I had refrained from gatherings, both private and public, but during the Labor Day weekend, I let my guard down. I do not know exactly where I contracted COVID-19, but I know the time frame. So please be careful. Continue to practice social distancing, avoid indoor and outdoor gatherings, avoid dining out, even outside, and wear your masks. COVID-19 is very real, and it's no joke. Again, I want to state this is not my story. Thank God I don't have COVID-19, but I wanted to share this personal story of someone who posted this on Facebook, just in case someone's not sure what this disease is like on a personal level. And we hear all the time that people don't believe that this pandemic is real, that this is fake news. Well, it's very real, and over 200,000 people, lives have been lost in this country alone, and nearly 1 million lives worldwide. So I am going to switch topics next and talk about airborne transmission of COVID-19. Now, this is admittedly a little bit complicated, and I've discussed this several times before. But on September 19th, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, updated its website on the transmission of COVID-19, recognizing that the virus could be transmitted via airborne route. Well, if you didn't see it on the 19th, you missed it, because the next day, the 20th of September, the CDC abruptly reversed its guidance on how COVID-19 was spread. It removed any references to airborne transmission, saying this was posted in error. So what does this have to do with anything, you may ask? Well, airborne transmission is the most contagious and easily spread form of viral transmission. And airborne viruses, like COVID-19, are highly contagious and easily spread, and it has ramifications, particularly around indoor workplaces and indoor establishments. So previously, the CDC had said that COVID-19 was thought to be spread mainly between people in close contact and through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. But since early this summer, scientists, and particularly aerosol scientists, have been sounding the alarm that airborne transmission of COVID-19 is a real risk, and that additional precautions must be taken to reduce the severity of this pandemic and to save lives. These aerosol scientists are recommending such measures such as opening both doors and windows in workplaces and schools, for example, as a way to dramatically increase airflow rates in these buildings. The goal is to supply clean outdoor air and minimize the recirculation of indoor air, particularly in public buildings, workplaces, schools, hospitals, and in nursing homes. They also say, these airborne scientists, that general ventilation systems should be supplemented with airborne infection controls, such as high efficiency air filtration filters, and that public strategies such to avoid overcrowding in public transportation and public buildings are necessary. Now, I reported on this a while ago, an article in the Wall Street Journal, which suggested that we should add proper ventilation indoors to the 3Ws, meaning wash your hands, wear your mask, watch your distance, and open up the ventilation indoors. So in this Wall Street Journal article, they recommended, again, opening windows or doors, installing window fans, using portable air purifiers with high efficiency particulate air filters. They're called HEPA filters, and upgrading heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems in public buildings to meet certain standards. Now, for those of us who live in cold climates, the winter is fast approaching. So what you may want to do is, again, develop a strategy for how you're going to put fresh air indoors, even in the winter. If that's going to mean opening up your windows for a little bit of the day when people aren't in the house, or, whatever that is. Now, I don't recommend anybody freezing to death. I'm not recommending that. But some people also, are proposing that you buy portable air purifiers with HEPA filters. So again, I freely admit I'm not an aerosol scientist, and a lot of this discussion around particle size and droplets and transmission of COVID-19 is above me. But this is what I do daily. I do open my windows. I open my windows as much as I can tolerate it, and I let the air flow. I put the fan on and let the air flow throughout my home. And I recently, I will admit, with the winter coming up, I purchased a HEPA air filter machine that can clean the air for about 2 rooms at a time. So, and I will use it. I haven't figured out completely yet how to use this thing, but if I have any visitors who all, by the way, would all wear masks, I would use it to purify the air. So, I've said this many, many times, that in the absence of a national strategy for containing this pandemic, we're kind of left to our own. And we have to all appreciate our own individual role in saving our own lives during this pandemic. So as I close, I just want to say, keep your guard up, keep your physical distancing up, keep your mask up, and keep your hand washing up. That way you can minimize your risk of getting infected and transmitting infection to more susceptible people. This is Dr. Rhonda Johnson. As always, my views are my own and do not represent any agency or authority. So stay safe, stay well, stay connected, and have a blessed day.